Good morning. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to morning news source only here at Daily Tribune. We're live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For today's headlines, a police officer has been relieved of his duties and placed in custody after a video shows him violently assaulting his wife, according to authorities on Sunday. Legal counsel for victims of the Philippine drug war said the withdrawal of former President Rodrigo Duterte's lead defense lawyers would not weaken the crimes against humanity case against him. Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla said Sunday that the Philippine National Police Criminal Investigation and Detection Group will subpoena Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa in connections with investigations into alleged extrajudicial killings in Davao region during his time as police chief. The UK will send a destroyer to the Middle East ahead of any international mission to help protect shipping in the key Strait of Hormuz, its defense ministry said Saturday. The Department of Education in Western Visayas has launched a large-scale summer remediation program for nearly 92,000 public school students. The Philippines has urged its trade counterparts in the ASEAN region to conclude and sign the Digital Economy Framework Agreement and establish a framework for regional payment interconnectivity. The Jensen Warriors repelled the Valenzuela Dark Horses' repeated assaults in the fourth quarter to prevail 83-79 in the Sports Plus Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 2026 season. Ding Dong Dantes opened up about the demanding yet fulfilling experience of leading his latest series, The Master Cutter, describing it as both physically challenging and creatively energizing. Today is the 11th of May, 2026, Monday, and I'm Kate Villar bringing you today's top stories. Let's kick things off with today's weather. Pag-asa said easterlies continue to affect the Philippines this Monday, bringing warm and humid conditions across most parts of the country with chances of isolated rain showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon and evening. Metro Manila and nearby provinces can expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies throughout the day, with brief but possible heavy thunderstorms later on. Pag-asa also reminds the public to stay hydrated, avoid prolonged sun exposure during peak heat hours. Traffic conditions this morning remain generally moderate across Metro Manila as the weekday rush continues, with heavier volume building up along major thoroughfares. Along EDSA, C5, Commonwealth Avenue, Ross Boulevard, and España Boulevard, traffic flow is slow-moving in key choke points such as the intersections, bus stops, and entry points to commercial areas. Meanwhile, vehicles passing through major tollways like NLEX Balintawak, Bocaue, and Mindanao Avenue are experiencing steady but gradually increasing volume as morning peak progresses. Now let's move on to this morning's headlines. A police officer has been relieved of his duties and placed in custody after a viral video surfaced showing him violently assaulting his wife, according to authorities on Sunday. The CCTV footage, which began circulating on social media, shows the couple in a heated argument inside their home. According to the footage, the wife confronted the officer about his whereabouts and why he had not answered her calls, accusing him of seeing another woman. Legal counsel for victims of the Philippine drug war said Sunday that the withdrawal of former President Rodrigo Duterte's lead defense lawyers before the International Criminal Court would not weaken the crimes against humanity case against him. Maria Conti, assistant counsel for victims before the ICC, pronounced the resignation of lead defense counsel Nicolas Kaufman and associate lawyer Dov Jacobs' proceedings. The ICC earlier confirmed 3 counts of alleged crime against humanity against Duterte tied to killings linked to his anti-drug campaign from 2011 to 2019, covering both his time as Davao City Mayor and as President. Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla said Sunday that the Philippine National Police Criminal Investigation and Detection Group will subpoena Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa in connection with investigations into alleged extrajudicial killings in Davao Region during his time as police chief there. Under Republic Act 10973, the PNP chief is authorized. CIDG officials are empowered to issue subpoenas and subpoena duces tecum in relation to criminal investigations. Remulla clarified that his earlier statement about forming a 10,000-member task force for possible operations against De La Rosa was only a contingency reaction to unverified reports of the International Criminal Court arrest warrant. The Department of Education in Western Visayas has launched a large-scale summer remediation program for nearly 92,000 public school students struggling in reading English and mathematics. The intervention, known as the Academic Recovery and Accessible Learning Program, is designed to close learning gaps before the start of the next school year. Hernani Escolar Jr., Regional Information Officer, said Friday that students were selected based on year-end assessment that classified them as not proficient, low proficient, or at frustration level. The UK will send a destroyer to the Middle East ahead of any international mission to help protect shipping in the key Strait of Hormuz, its defense ministry said Saturday. Britain and France said last month that military plans to secure the Strait of Hormuz were coming together and would succeed in restoring trade flows through the vital passage. The MOD said deploying HMS Dragon would strengthen the confidence of commercial shipping and support mine clearance efforts once hostilities end. The Philippines has urged its trade counterparts in the ASEAN region to conclude and sign the Digital Economy Framework Agreement and establish a framework for regional payment interconnectivity. The ASEAN Digital Economy Framework Agreement aims to accelerate regional digital transformations, aiming to increase the ASEAN digital economy to $2 trillion by 2030. Covering areas like e-commerce, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and digital payments. The Jensen Warriors repelled the Valenzuela Dark Horses' repeated assaults in the fourth quarter to prevail 83-79 and share the lead in the Sports Plus Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 2026 season at the One Arena Cainta in Rizal Province. Marwin Dionisio and Adi Santos and Joshua Fontanilla joined forces to counter Valenzuela's three-time takeover of the front seat, the last at 79-78 following a triple by Jay Colado. Dingdong Dantes opened up about the demanding yet fulfilling experience of leading his latest series, The Master Cutter, describing it as both physically challenging and creatively energizing. He explained that portraying his character Atoy allowed him to fully immerse himself in a layered narrative and a wide ensemble of roles with the story. Dantes also highlighted the scale of the series' production and the richness of its storytelling, noting how it goes beyond just action sequences. Now, a look at today's horoscope. Libra, today encourages you to find balance between your responsibilities and personal time. You may feel pulled in different directions, but staying calm and organized will help you handle challenges with ease. An unexpected opportunity or conversation could bring positive energy into your day. In relationships, honesty and understanding will strengthen your bond with loved ones. So, don't hesitate to express how you feel. Katribu, did you know? Squirrels found in the Philippines are considered invasive species. The most common invasive squirrel in the country is the Asian red-bellied squirrel, which was introduced through the pet trade and accidental releases. These squirrels can now be spotted in some urban parks and forested areas, where they compete with native wildlife for food and shelter, which can potentially affect local ecosystems over time. Today's viral video comes from an Instagram reel that has racked up over 50,000 likes. The clip shows a man celebrating his birthday, but viewers couldn't help but notice how impatient he looked while waiting for the TikTok video to end. The video was hilariously captioned, "Galit pa yan siya," as the man is waiting so he can finally drink. That's all for now, mga katribu. Join us again at 1 p.m. for more updates. This has been Kate Villar for Tribune News on Q.